Yeah, that's a good question. And here, because it's almost instantaneous, and there's certain element of emotions that just come across us almost
Mm.
instantly. We can't, if you find yourself at the edge of a cliff, even if you're a great stoic, you're probably going to have that sense of fear, and you're going to feel that
Yeah.
that rush when you realize that danger. So some of the, physiological reactions kind of come from lower brain centers, are virtually instantaneous. But we
Mm.
can train ourselves in a situation like that. It might be just a simple word like, to yourself, just stop, or just
Hmm.
hold on. The idea that you're going to try to pause for a minute and reflect. And some of the old common sense wisdom is if you're angry, count to 10. Well,
Mm.
there is some sense there, but if you're counting to 10, you're not just holding off to be more angry when your count's over. You got to do something during that count.
Hmm.
And I think it's Seneca, he even told a story along these lines. I believe it involved the philosopher Plato. And one of
Hmm.
his servants, did something that really distressed him and upset him, and he was going to physically punish him. He said then Plato realized when his hand was up in the air, he just froze and held it there. And he realized, my behavior, here I am, this philosopher who cares for truth and beauty and goodness. My behavior would be worse than that uneducated servant's for what he did if I
Hmm.
punished him unjustly. So he said, I'm going to stop and I'm going to wait and determine the punishment once I'm no longer angry.
Hmm.
So for ourselves, I think you can try to do that, try to slow down. Now, often it's not going to happen. We're still going to act inappropriately. I do it myself, of course, sometimes.
Hmm.
But then we want to develop that habit, maybe through a morning or a nighttime reflection, to look back and say, hey, did I act as if the A caused the C? Did I not take responsibility for that belief in between? So it really is a matter of, first an awareness that you really can control some of this to some extent. And then, like any virtue, building it through practice, trying to find
Hmm.
situations, where it applies in one way or another. And I like the way, when you use Ellis's formula, A, B, C, D, it's almost like an algebra because you can substitute any event, or any emotion for those factors there. But yeah, it's a
Hmm.
great question. You can just know this stuff abstractly, but it's not going to do you a bit of good unless you do try to apply it in the everyday situations in your own life.